14-year-old Tiana Roberts wheeled through Franklin High School's corridors with the grace of someone who'd spent a lifetime mastering her movements. Cerebral palsy had shaped her body, but never her spirit. Her father, a former Marine, taught her that limitations exist only in the mind, while her mother, a civil rights attorney, instilled unshakable pride in her heritage. Every morning, Tiana faced the mirror and repeated her mantra, "I am strong, I am capable, I am enough." Despite the stares, whispers, and occasional cruel remarks from classmates, she maintained perfect grades and dreamed of becoming a disability rights lawyer. Today, however, would test everything she believed about herself. I understand I need to continue with that specific section. Here's The bullying incident begins. At 200 words, the bell rang, and Franklin High School emptied like a burst dam. Tiana waited, as she always did, for the halls to clear before navigating her wheelchair toward the exit. That's when she heard them, footsteps, deliberately slow, coming from 3 directions. Well, sneered Matt Peters, the football captain, blocking her path. His 2 friends, Chad and Dylan, positioned themselves on either side, forming a triangle around her wheelchair. Look what rolled in. The school's charity case. Tiana's hands tightened on her wheelchair controls. Please move. I need to get to the bus. Oh, she speaks. Chad mocked, leaning down too close. His breath reeked of energy drinks and ignorance. But see, we have a problem with you getting special treatment. Special parking, special elevator access. Feels pretty unfair, doesn't it, boys? Dylan grabbed the wheelchair handles, giving them a rough shake. Maybe we should teach you how real people get around. Don't touch my chair, Tiana said, her voice surprisingly steady despite her racing heart. Matt stepped closer, his shadow falling across her face. Or what? You gonna roll over our toes? The empty hallway suddenly felt like a cage, and Tiana knew this wasn't going to end with just words today. Here's the unexpected turn section at 150 words. What her tormentors didn't know was that Tiana's father had prepared her for this moment. Years of adapted martial arts training had taught her to use her chair as an extension of her body. As Dylan yanked her handles again, Tiana's fingers flew across hidden buttons beneath her armrests. Defense mode, she whispered, and her wheelchair responded instantly. The wheels locked with a magnetic grip, anchoring her in place when Chad tried to push her. A small alarm began pulsing from beneath the seat. What the? Matt stepped back, confused by the sudden mechanical sounds. Release handles now, Tiana commanded firmly. The chair's handles heated up rapidly, forcing Dylan to let go with a yelp. You think you're clever? Matt growled, reaching for her again, but Tiana was already executing her next move. Rotate, she ordered, and the chair spun with surprising speed, its reinforced footrests sweeping Chad's legs out from under him. He crashed to the floor with a startled cry. Here's the confrontation section at 200 words. Tiana's years of chess club had sharpened her strategic mind. As Chad scrambled to get up, she calculated her next moves with precision. You see me as weak, she said calmly, but that's your first mistake. Matt lunged forward, trying to grab her shoulder. Tiana tilted her chair backwards at the perfect angle, causing him to overextend and stumble into the lockers. The metallic clang echoed through the empty hallway. Stay still, you little, Dylan charged from the side, but Tiana had already anticipated this. She activated her chair's quick-release brake and used her upper body strength to perform a controlled spin, dodging his grasp entirely. Your second mistake, she continued, positioning herself near the security camera she knew was recording everything, is thinking my disability makes me helpless. The 3 boys regrouped, their faces red with embarrassment and anger. They rushed her together this time, but Tiana had one more surprise. She pressed a sequence on her control panel, and a loud siren blared from her chair, accompanied by flashing lights that temporarily disoriented her attackers. And your third mistake, Tiana declared as they stumbled backward, shielding their eyes, was assuming I hadn't prepared for bullies like you. Here's the tables turn section at 150 words. The siren's wail bounced off the lockers as Matt, Chad, and Dylan staggered backward, hands covering their ears. Tiana maneuvered her chair with practiced precision, keeping all three in her line of sight while maintaining her position under the security camera's watchful eye. "What's going on here?" Coach Martinez's voice boomed down the hallway. The former boxer sprinted toward them, his whistle swinging from his neck. The bullies froze. Chad was still on the floor, Matt had tears streaming from his light-sensitive eyes, and Dylan clutched his reddened hands. "They attacked me, Coach," Tiana stated clearly, finally deactivating her chair's alarm. "Everything's on camera." Coach Martinez surveyed the scene, his experienced eyes taking in every detail. "You three, principal's office. Now." His voice left no room for argument. As the bullies slunk away, Coach Martinez turned to Tiana with newfound respect. "Are you hurt?" "No, sir," Tiana replied, allowing herself a small smile. "My dad always says the best defense is being prepared." Here's Justice and Aftermath section at 100 words. Principal Washington reviewed the security footage with Tiana's parents that afternoon. By evening, Matt, Chad, and Dylan faced suspension and mandatory diversity training. The school board held an emergency meeting, implementing stricter anti-bullying policies and disability awareness programs. News spread quickly through Franklin High. Students who'd once stayed silent now spoke up, sharing their own experiences. The local news picked up the story, and donations poured in for the school's accessibility fund. Tiana's inbox overflowed with supportive messages from across the country. The three bullies publicly apologized in the school assembly, their parents insisting they volunteer at the local disability center. Justice had been served, and change was finally coming to Franklin High. Here's the Resolution and Hope section at 100 words. Tiana founded Franklin High's first Disability Alliance Club, where students of all abilities gathered to promote understanding and inclusion. The school launched Project Unity, a comprehensive anti-bullying program that paired students as mentors across different backgrounds. 6 months later, Tiana spoke at the district's education conference, her voice strong and clear. "Strength isn't about what your body can do, but what your spirit refuses to surrender." Her story inspired policy changes across 30 schools. Matt, Chad, and Dylan became unlikely allies, using their influence to protect vulnerable students. Sometimes, Tiana reflected, the most powerful victories come not from defeating your enemies, but from transforming them into advocates for change.